Hi, welcome back to my channel. Today's discussion is going to be about how the consumption of animals and animal products affects your ability to be kind, your karma, and your energy body. Growing up, most people are taught the importance of being kind and making sure not to harm or offend other people. This is one of the first rules of life that most people are taught because it is one of the most essential rules for a civilized society to function properly. However, while being taught that hurting others is wrong and one should treat others as they would like to be treated, most people are also simultaneously being taught to break that very rule by being fed animal products from a very young age. As soon as an individual becomes aware of the fact that they are feasting on the flesh of another living being that was killed for their nourishment, something happens in the subconscious mind that creates a loophole to the rule that a person should be kind to others and not harm anyone. That rule suddenly becomes a person should be kind to others and not harm anyone unless the being is inferior or different enough, such as an animal, and you gain enough from harming them, such as nourishment. This loophole that is created in the subconscious mind of many people from a very young age slowly expands as a person grows older. It starts with something as small as eating animals, but as a result of the loophole created by it, spirals into much bigger things such as bullying, infidelity, rape, slavery, and eventually war. A person will bully another person who is different enough or inferior enough because they have self-esteem to gain from it. A person will seduce the significant other of another person and destroy a relationship if the person is different enough or inferior enough and they believe they have love to gain from it. A man will rape a woman because women are different enough and many men believe women are inferior enough and they have the feeling of ecstasy to gain from it. A group of people will enslave another group of people because they are different enough or they feel they are inferior enough and they have free labor to gain from it. A country will take the land of another country whose citizens they deem inferior enough or different enough, killing millions in the process because they have enough money and resources to gain from it. All of these atrocities that regularly take place in countries all around the world began with one single loophole in the doctrine that a person should be kind and not harm other living beings. It all began with the decision to eat animals. I believe the consumption of animals and animal products is responsible for most of the evils of humanity today, and ceasing the consumption of animal products would create a much better world, nearly mirroring a utopia. Now, how does consuming animal products affect your karma? Well, consuming animal products breaks the golden rule of life that one should be kind while refraining from harming other living beings. Being that animals are living beings. As a result of breaking this rule, you generate bad karma for yourself and also attract people who also do not abide by this rule and will use you for their personal gain if they deem you inferior enough or different enough and have enough to gain from it. Now, onto your energy body. Humans are energy beings and are responsive to the energies of those around us. You will notice that when you're around someone who is in a really gloomy state, it starts to affect your mood as well because you absorb some of their energy. Now imagine being around someone who is inhumanely slaughtered and not only being around them but consuming their flesh as well. Most people do that every day but are unaware of just how much it negatively impacts them. The animals most people eat on a daily basis are raised in inhumane conditions that almost maximize their suffering before it is time for them to be slaughtered for food. The amount of negative energy that accumulates up until the time for slaughter combined with the pain and suffering of being slaughtered is unimaginable. And when a person is around that amount of energy, negative energy, let alone consuming it, it has a profound impact on their energy. That is why you will hear a lot of people who have gone vegan say that their energy levels as well as their mood skyrocket within the first week of being vegan because they're no longer consuming all that negative energy. Now, what happens when a person abides by the golden rule of spreading love and kindness and not harming any living beings, including animals, insects, or even certain plants? Well, they generate enough good karma to live lives full of joy, bliss, and prosperity. There is actually a religion called Jainism that disallows the consumption of animals and the harming of any living beings. Followers of this religion are taught that even to kill the smallest insect is wrong, and they abide by these rules throughout their entire lives and pass it on to their children. This religion has a higher percentage of wealthy people than any other religion. A whopping 70% of people who practice this religion have reached the top tier of wealth in their country. There has never been a religion that has generated such a high percentage of wealthy individuals. This goes to show that the good and bad karma you accumulate has a much more profound effect on your prosperity in life than most people realize. Followers of that religion do not create loopholes in the doctrine that a person should spread love and kindness while refraining from harming other living beings. They include animals and even insects and plants, and as a result of never breaking that golden rule, they achieve massive amounts of prosperity in this life and will in the next life as well. Thank you for watching, and in the next video, we will discuss how to handle anger and emotions in general.